Section 4.1 really is the introduction to polynomials and combining polynomials. You have quite a substantial list of terms that you are expected to know and to use, so make sure that you have read through all of them and that you understand what each one of them mean. On this first problem, all we're doing really is combining like terms. So we'll find everything that is x squared. So here's an x squared, and that's an x squared. And we'll find everything that's x. Here's x. This is x. And then we'll find all of the constants. Please notice that I also circled the subtraction signs and the plus signs. Anytime you see a subtraction sign, that means that this term is negative. You could also think of it as plus a negative 5x. You always order this by the highest degree, meaning that the exponent of 2 is the highest degree, so the x squareds will go first. So we've got negative x squared plus 2x squared, and that gives us positive x squared. Then we've got 3x minus 5x, so that becomes minus 2x. And then finally, we have minus 9 plus 2, that becomes minus 7. On the next problem, we can only combine things that have the same exponents. When we look at this, we'll notice that x squared y squared doesn't exist anywhere else, so there's nothing I can combine. Negative xy to the fourth. Oh, here's an xy to the fourth, so those two terms can be combined. X to the fourth y doesn't exist, x cubed y cubed doesn't exist. So the only thing that we can combine are the two that I've circled. Everything else is simplified. When we write this, what we'll do is write this in decreasing degree of the x term, because x comes first. So for this, we'll write 2x to the fourth y, because that's our highest degree of x. Then we have 5x cubed y cubed. Then we have our x squared, so that's x squared y squared. And then finally, the x to the first power, and that's negative 8 plus 2 is negative 6. Minus 6x y to the fourth. Adding polynomials is pretty simple. We're going to take this polynomial, and we're going to add it to this polynomial. So we're dealing with the same thing of combining like terms. First, I look for the highest degree of x. Here's an x cubed. That would be the highest degree. And there are no other terms, so 2x cubed goes first. Then when I look for my x squared terms, I have negative 3x squared and negative 4x squared, so that becomes negative 7x squared. Then if I look for my x only terms, that's this one, and there are no others, so I would write minus 4x. And then finally my constants. I have plus 9 and minus 5, so that's plus 4. It's harder when we're looking at subtracting because this is something that notation is going to cause you a problem. Subtract this polynomial from this polynomial. So imagine if I said subtract 5 from 10. That means 10 minus 5. So we're going to start with this polynomial minus this one when you write it out. I want the second polynomial in parentheses. because you will have to distribute this negative to each term. And you'll end up with minus 3x squared minus 4x plus 5. This is where most of you will make a mistake, is that you will either forget to make this 4x negative or this 5 positive. Once you're here, you combine like terms. 2x, negative 3x, 2x squared, negative 3x squared, that's negative x squared. Negative 9x, negative 4x, that's minus 13x. 7 and 5, that's plus 12.